Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of Kinky Infusions, where we explore the deep conversation of sex, the fun, the naughty, the wet and wild, and everything in between. Expect to get a little uncomfortable because that's exactly where we want you to be. And I'm here with my amazing co host, Jay. How are you tonight, Jay?
Hey girly, I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. So, we're going to start with some questions. My first question for you, Jay, is what is your opinion on friends with benefits type situations, and have you ever experienced one?
Ooh, that's a good question. I have experienced like a friend with benefit before. And the only reason why was because I didn't really want to be in a relationship at that time, but I did want to be able to have sex. And I feel like it was more so of an understanding. You know what I'm saying? Someone that
Mhm.
wasn't messing around with other people, but also understood that they kind of wanted to be to themselves to get themselves like together. We understood that we wasn't going to be together, but we definitely wanted to be able to be satisfied and not be satisfied with someone that was going to be all over the place. So we really
Yeah.
like sat down and actually had a commitment of friendship, but we're having sex and that's it. You know what I'm saying? You don't go out there and have sex with nobody. I won't go out there and have sex with nobody because we don't want to be catching nothing or nothing like that. But we both want to be able to be satisfied. And don't be telling nobody my business. So if somebody asks you where you at, don't tell them that you with me. Just like Megan said, okay? Yeah. But what about
Interesting.
you?
Yeah, I think it's definitely valid if people want to do that. And I've had some situations like that, but it was like different than yours, I would say, more to the fact of friends who I like to hook up with. But yours sounds almost like because you guys were almost committed in terms of not going elsewhere, which is interesting. So it's almost like a
Yeah.
relationship in that sense, you know?
Yeah, in a way, but definitely not because it wasn't like
Wasn't
it wasn't no disrespect, that's for sure. It wasn't no disrespect. It was more so like I said an understanding. Like when I drive and you when I get in your car, when I get in my car and you get in your car and we're leaving wherever we're at, you go left and I'll go right and I'll text you when I'm ready. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, yeah.
Not like dating obligations, kind of.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And you ain't about to be texting me and saying good morning and all of that. You're not about to be doing all of that because that's how you catch feelings with somebody trying to conversate with them consistently. Nah, we're not doing that. Mhm.
And guys,
Hey,
put
you
your opinion in the
guys.
chats too for
Yes. Have you
all the
guys ever
questions.
been in a situationship or friends with benefits? You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Okay,
sure
girl.
most people
So
have.
I feel like a lot of people have, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have had situations where they hooked up with somebody before and it wasn't an actual relationship. It was just a hookup. That just has everything. That's kind of the same thing, just without the actual conversation of we just messing around and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tease is like, yes. Tease. Tease is a freak. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Okay. So, my question for you here is have you ever ate a girl out before?
Yes. It
How was it?
was good. I've done it lots of times, honestly.
Yeah. Do you
And
have
yeah,
like
I
a
like it.
certain
I mean,
person?
what? The
Do
same
you have
person?
like a
No.
certain person? It was like a
Oh,
different person?
different people. I'd
Okay.
say like I don't think I've spoke about it yet on here, but I'd say I've been pretty like fluid sexuality wise. I'm more just whoever I kind of click with or have a vibe with. We could take things there basically. It's not really I'd say nowadays since I've been in like multiple committed relationships with men, I'd say I'm more on the straight side, but it kind of floats all over the spectrum.
Yeah,
What
I
about
feel
you?
you. Tease is like, what? OMG, that is so crazy. I have.
I think I saw you say you had on the was it Crystal's live? I don't know.
Nah, that was my assistant, Kay. She
No,
is
no,
very
no.
annoying and she
It
likes to
was
tell
the
me
Never Have
business.
I Ever. I think I've seen you
Oh
say.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So it was just one time.
We gonna say that. That is so funny, child.
Oh my
Yo, they
god.
said you too, Jay. Tease is a freak, y'all. Y'all better watch out. Y'all better sound the alarm, cause Tease, honey, is gonna knock you out your box. She gonna knock you out your box. No, but yeah, I've ate a girl out before. Hmm.
T
Yeah.
said, was she pretty? Yes. Supreme said vagina
She
tastes
what? Oh, honey, she gonna have to be all of that. All of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
yeah,
No,
why would
what?
she not be?
Yeah, why would she not be pretty? She better be pretty. Ain't nobody what? Hell no. Child, I ain't your nigga to be doing that and you not pretty. You crazy, child. You must be crazy. You must be crazy. Yeah.
Okay. So the next question that I have for you is how many days could you go without sex?
Before it used to be before it used to seem like it had to be a short while, but now I feel like I can go much longer and I won't be upset about it. And I feel like that's just because of my husband. He makes me feel really comfortable. And I feel like before it was more so everyone that I was with, I feel like it was always maybe it was just because we were younger. I'm not really sure. I just feel like everyone was just like really hypersexual and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I just felt like it was needed in order for you to like be sane in your mind or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Mhm.
for me and my husband, first off, he works a whole lot, and even when he's not working, he finds something for him to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just try to be, kind of trying to be on the same timing. But if I was to prefer it, I would like to have sex at least every other day. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how the mood is, like I don't even know if I could really put like a time on it. I just feel like if I'm
Yeah.
ready, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, I
But
agree. And
how do you feel?
I feel like I'd say like how long would I want it if I'm in a relationship, I in like 2 days go by and we haven't, I feel like I'm like, "What's going on?" Like, I'll be like, "Hey, like, come on." But, if I was single, it'd be a different story, obviously, I'm not gonna be out every night, like, looking for
Hmm.
someone to sleep with, but, yeah, so I'd say now since I'm in a relationship, like you said, like, every other day at least, I would say. If it was my
Yeah.
preference, it'd be every day, but obviously, some days if you're, like, super busy and it's harder to depending on how people's schedules are, obviously. Luckily, like, me and
Mhm.
my boyfriend are together most of the time, so we have the ability to, but I can imagine if we were, like, both had crazy schedules, there just wouldn't be time, which sucks for a lot of couples.
Mhm. I feel that. So Supreme was saying, my wife asks if you're talking about straight sex or masturbating also. I'm talking about straight sex. Masturbating. What? If that I can masturbate to myself all the time if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But it also said that it blocked her. I don't know how it blocked her. I don't
Oh.
see anything that says that it blocked her. So I wouldn't be sure exactly what it would be as far as it blocking her. Let me see something real quick.
Tease. You're so funny.
Supreme, she
So
would.
so Jay, like I think that the question I actually saw a question like that online and I think it actually included or masturbating. Like so if
Oh,
how
so
long
it
can
would
you
be
not
both?
do like nothing at all?
Oh. Well, that changes everything. A day. Yeah, a day. Because with me, I think about sex all the time, honestly. Like, even if it's just like bits and pieces throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can make myself feel like, oh, she's back. Hey, wifey. So I feel like just me imagining in my mind feels like it has a stimulation of masturbation in a way. You know what I'm saying? To make me feel like I can easily like kind of come. You know when you're thinking about something and all of that and you feel like you can actually come just off of the thought of what you're thinking about? Would that count as masturbation?
No, I don't think that counts unless you
Oh,
actually
okay.
like have an orgasm or
Because I mean,
something.
you're literally finishing, and that's kind of what would happen if you masturbate. So if that's the case, then I could say a day and a half.
Yeah, it's funny like I feel like when I was single I'd say the same. Like but nowadays, I don't know, I feel like also women's, like, sex drive at least mine fluctuates. But yeah, I feel you though, for sure. while
T
driving.
said, I do as well while driving. That is so funny, child. Damo says, son, be hating on me and wifey's schedule. Child, y'all better get it figured out because, honey, son, you better go and sit your behind down somewhere. I ain't gonna hold you.
I know, I
Yeah.
always think about that, how it's gonna be different, like
With kids,
mhm.
yeah. Child, I don't know. Okay. So the question I have for you here is what makes you wet the most?
Hmm. Um, that's a good question. I'd say probably, like, if I'm getting, like, teased in a way, which I feel like doesn't happen enough, honestly. But, yeah, if there's something to, like, anticipation leading up to it, like, I really like foreplay, and I don't know. I just prefer it that way as, like, a build up versus I mean, but there's time and a place for, like, a quickie too, but, yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
like, the slow build up of and, like, getting excited in my mind. Because
Yeah.
also in a
Mhm.
relationship, you get kind of complacent, like, it'll be like, wake up and just start, like, whatever,
Mhm.
get to the day started quickly that way, but, yeah, if
Yeah.
I could have,
No.
like, a whole setup, like, some wine and, like, just slow easing into it, it would be something like that. What about
Oh
you?
yeah, slow easing into it is the best for sure. I would say what makes me wet the most is foreplay for me. So
Yeah.
kind of the same forte leading into it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
yeah, so I would agree with that. And Miss Supreme was saying I need more active imagination. LOL. I've never like came from just thoughts, and that's completely understandable. You know what I'm saying? But you have to really imagine it, like you have to like allow your eyes to be one with your mind and literally kind of just see everything change around you. You know what I'm saying? Like be in the bed by yourself and like just grab onto the sheets. You know what I'm saying? And like all type of stuff like that. Yeah. So Damo was saying, hey, I was trying to get it cracking last night, but he woke up. You better tell his ass to go back to sleep. You better be
Right.
like, hey, it's still the middle of the night. What you doing up? Come in there with the belt and scare them and be like, you better go to sleep. Nah, don't do that. That is so funny, child. So Tease was saying, I be hitting them speed bumps. Oh, you're funny. I be hitting them speed bumps hella hard on the bus, child. That is funny. Nah, I kind of feel that though. You ever been in a car where you was driving? Hey, Fee Nicole. You ever been in a car where you was driving and you hit something and it kind of like the car kind of hit you in a way that it feel like it like hit your pissy? Like,
Yeah, I know
yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, it make you want to damage your car. Like, yeah.
You know what's funny? Oh, and by the way, Supreme, I'm drinking Sauvignon Blanc. That's what I've been liking, my favorite wine lately. But I was like jet skiing last weekend, and I was kind of it was making me horny, low key, because I was hitting the waves really hard, and I was like
Yeah,
bouncing on
that would like just
it.
the rhythm, like stuff like that will make you think like the pressure on your body. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly.
hmm So Miss Supreme said, "Tease, I did see that one car with the mega system that that vibrates like or as crazy, huh? That vibrates as like crazy. Your hair is flying around and everything. Oh, gee, child. Mm-mm-mm. That one car mega system. I'm gonna have to see what you talking
Oh yeah, I
about.
don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
I'm curious now.
Child. Okay.
Okay. My next question for you, have you ever had sex with someone and immediately regretted it?
Yeah, I have. I have because the conversation and everything that we had was really nice and I feel like it would have been amazing. But I do know that if I really want to be sure about someone, I am going to have to like, especially when I feel like everything is checked and I just need to like make sure, that is right. And I feel like we move in the right direction. They ain't talking to nobody. We feel like we like synced and all of that. Yeah, and after it wasn't even after we had sex, it was during we had sex. I made up my mind, nah, this not gonna work during we having sex because I can't no, you're not about to stress me out. Like I can sense during the first time of sex if we having sex, like this ain't gonna work because first off, I'm looking at you and you're smaller than what I'm probably used to. And on top of that, like just looking at you and I'm saying your body ain't even turning me on. I'm looking at you and the way that you act when you're ready for sex, it's just like a turn off. You're either super hyper or you're like you don't know how to foreplay or anything. That turns me off from you. You know, it can be a whole like everything can be literally checked in the box, and the way that you behave in bed can make everything get thrown out the window, literally. You know what I'm saying? Because when I feel irritated or stressed out, you can't help me because I want to have sex, you know, in that moment, and you can't help me. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna be the reason why I'm even more irritated than I should be, just looking at you and wondering why you're still here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
Supreme
what do
said
you
nasty
feel?
stripper.
Nasty stripper. Damo said, "Yep." Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like for me, honestly, it hasn't happened that many times, luckily, but there's a couple that stick out in my mind I regretted immediately. And it's like, yeah, just if it wasn't what you wanted it to be and it was a waste of time and it's like why did I do that? Whatever. And I feel
Yeah.
like in that situation I would definitely like ghost a person or something, honestly. And I don't know. But luckily I
Mhm.
haven't had too many. Mass majority of my experiences have been positive in that way. So I could
Well,
think I
then
got
that's
lucky.
definitely good. Oh, okay. So Supreme just oh, I see what he's talking about now. So Supreme just sent me the thing that wifey was talking about, the whole mega thing with your hair and all of that, and how that like kind of would turn you on or something. I forgot what was the
You
thing
said
she
it's
was
speaker,
saying.
like bass, like speakers in your car.
No, so she said tease. I did see that one car with the mega system that vibrated like crazy. Her hair was flying around and everything. So that's what Supreme just sent me.
Yeah, then if you scroll down, little Supreme said there's this
On
car with so much bass in
I'm
its system,
unmuted
it
just in
makes
case.
okay. I think it's the speakers though, right? That's what's going on.
It is. You see how her hair stopped?
Mhm. I'm just thinking like how it like I don't know. I need to experience it for myself to
Wow.
to know what's
It's the
going
way her
on
hair
there.
just like drops out of nowhere. That like vibration in the car definitely will turn you on. Like the beat and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Okay.
I've experienced something like a miniature version of that because I dated someone who had like ridiculous subs in his trunk and like the whole car would vibrate. I think it was probably not as intense as whatever that video is, but definitely makes
Mm.
sense.
Yeah, it girl. Yeah. Okay. So the next question I have for you is if you were to pick a word that every time you say it, people will have to literally kiss your ass, what word would it be?
Probably the word like because I always say that a lot and it's a bad habit and it sounds super stupid. So I'd say that the word like when I'm explaining something. What about you?
Girl, they would be kissing your ass all day. If you would cause I say like all the time. So child, we will be having a simple conversation and I would only say literally a paragraph and you would just have to be standing behind me, child, because you gonna be kissing the hell out of my ass. I feel like the word that I would probably say would be peanut butter.
Why?
Yeah. Because I don't say it as much. So I feel
Oh, so
like
you
when I
don't want
say
people to be like kissing your ass. I thought you meant it in a way of like people are all like super like I don't know, like okay, a word
no,
that
like
you never say. Okay, I took it the wrong way then.
okay, sorry, I probably didn't explain it right. So yeah, it would be like because if you was having a serious conversation and you said like, and this person would literally leave your face and go behind you,
Okay,
you would
okay,
probably
okay, I
be
get it, I get it.
irritated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
You would
okay,
probably be
so
irritated. Like, can you listen to me, please? You know, you would say that. You would say that.
yeah.
Like. You would
Okay,
literally be
peanut
trying to
butter is
have
a
a
good
conversation and
one.
not say,
Peanut butter is a good
yeah,
one.
you would literally be trying to avoid saying like just so they can stay in your face. You'll be like, can you listen to me,
Did you come
please?
up with this question by yourself?
Yeah, girl, I was just thinking. You know me, girl. I come up with
You're
stuff on the
so
spot.
funny. Oh my
Hmm.
god. Okay, the next question that I have for you is what's the most amount of times you've had sex in a single day?
Ooh. Okay, well, first I want to say, hey, Maya J, and hey, Coach Sherry. So the most I've had sex in a day was, I would probably say 4 times. I think. Yeah, I think probably 4 times. What about you?
I think like I tried to count like a couple of times and I think 10 is the max. And that's from like, like
That's
5,
literally
6
just
a.m.
like
to
chilling all day, like literally
oh
just
yeah,
being up with yourself
all
all
day
day.
together,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. That's a real chill ass day. That's a day where we ain't leaving the house at all. And we tease. I need to interview you, Chad. I cannot wait for the re-up, honey, because T
I think
said
we should
8.
I think we should have Tease as a guest
Yeah, we
on here as
really we
well.
really need to. We really need to bring her up here because there's a lot of questions that I want to ask her sex related child. And tease is so much fun. And she loves to laugh, child. Okay. So the next question that I have for you is if you had to pick one song that you had sex to every single time you had sex, what song would it be?
I don't know, that's a good question. Like, can I pick a category? Because I know it was like 2000s R&B's type of vibes is what I'd pick. But I don't have like one song. That's hard.
Yeah, it would
Did
have
you
to
have
be
one in
one
mind?
song. I do have one in mind. I would pick Marcus Houston Naked.
Okay.
You
I
heard
don't.
that song before?
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
don't. I can't think of one off the top of my head. And that's something funny. I was like joking with my current boyfriend about. I was like, we need to like, because I just bought recently one of those little Alexa speakers. Because I was like, we need to
Mm.
like have sex to music more. We're always like in silence. I don't like that. And so I got the speaker now. So I like how you
Maya
can
J
just.
said, "What did I walk into? My type of conversation." Okay, period. Yeah, we need to get her up on here too. Period. Yeah, and we need to get Miss Supreme up on here because she got some stuff to say,
I
and I want to
know.
find out. Yeah. Another song that I would say honestly though would be "Stingy." You know, "Stingy."
I don't know who's that by.
What's his name again? His face is in my mind. I forgot his name. Y'all know his name, the guy that sings Stingy?
I probably heard it,
You
but it's not
can
coming to
say
mind
I'm
right now.
stingy, but I'm You can say I'm stingy. Oh, you can say I'm tripping, but I'm stingy and I can't hide it. That one.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds familiar.
Genuine. Yeah. Look at
Okay,
Supreme.
okay, okay.
What you know about that? What you know about that? Okay.
Supreme
Yeah.
said Miss Supreme is a no-go.
Child, he just don't want me touching on her. That's why. But let me see. So Coach Sherry said, is that Jodeci's first album that came out in 1991. Jodeci, child. I remember my ex-boyfriend from when I was in my early 20s said that she had the biggest crush on Jodeci. I remember that. Miss T said, Miss Supreme, I'm bringing the liquor. Okay, yeah. I feel also like I would probably do Chris Brown. I'll probably do No Bullshit by Chris Brown. That's a nice one too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was trying to think of like an example and I really don't have one, but yeah, I don't know. Anything in the R&B category is
Yeah,
what I would prefer.
definitely. Okay.
Okay, my next question for you is what do you think about open relationships?
I wouldn't want to do an open relationship, especially if it's not something where you're actually being serious with anybody. I wouldn't want to do that. No.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. But how do you feel?
Yeah, I think that it's like I don't know, some people it works for some people, which is
Yeah.
good, I guess, but once I like have strong feelings for somebody, I'm
Yeah, I
definitely
want you all to
monogamous.
myself. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I want you all to myself. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Yeah. My man,
But
my man, my man. Yeah.
I do think that it's good for people who do it. I feel like it's good that they are open and honest to try that scenario
Yeah.
versus cheating. I think is really like fucked up. So I think the people who go about it in that way is better than if you were to pretend that you want to be committed and just cheat. Like I don't like
Yeah,
that.
I feel you. Supreme is funny. Supreme said, "Tease, I'm going to cuss your ass out." T said, "Me too, Miss Supreme. I got you, sis." Tease is trouble. Danielle said, "I am too stingy to share. Where? No, thank you. Period. Yeah, I never came empty-handed, or I never come empty-handed. Child. Yeah, Tease is where it's at. We need to go to Tea's house. Period. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not Supreme said, Danielle, what you doing here? Child. Okay. So my question for you is, what's your favorite part on your body?
That's a good question. I don't know if I have a favorite part. I feel like I would say maybe my boobs. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
What about you?
I would say my ass. And if it
Mm.
wasn't my ass, I would say my I would say my face. Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
my face.
Yeah, I'd say boobs, like hips for me too. I like my
Yeah, I
hips.
love my shape. I ain't gonna hold you. I like my whole shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because yeah, even when I gain weight, I gain it in all the right places. I just don't like when I feel like all the right places get filled up, then it wants to like be on my tummy. You better take your behind to the back. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Mhm.
ain't about to be having my tummy looking no type of crazy way. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
definitely. You have a great body. And like I had lipo before. So I like my stomach had, I was like a problem area before I did that. So I definitely feel you on that. Like
Hmm.
it's annoying. And it's a problem for lots of women. So I feel like you have a great natural shape, honestly.
Thank you so
I see you
much.
showing it in your little uh going to the store vlogs with you putting the camera in. Like
Yeah, girlie. Yeah, you need to sneak. Yeah. Let me see what y'all talking about over here. So Danielle said, I am okay, I read that already. Let me see what's going on. I think a relationship can be slightly open until the engagement. I understand that for sure. You know
I've
what I'm
heard
saying?
people
But
say that before.
I don't necessarily know as far as it being the actual relationship. I feel like if you're in the dating stages, then of course that can be completely open because you're not together.
Right.
But for the relationship part, I want you to be serious with me because I want to be able to know that what I'm going into is what is going to last. You know what I'm saying? Like what we're doing right now, I want that to be my mindset of what I'm supposed to be receiving from here on out. I don't want it to be something that's confusing or seeing you
Right.
go back to your old behavior or anything like that. But I completely understand. Danielle
And
was saying lurking with the lurkers.
I want to know Supreme's question, but really fast, I wanted to ask you,
Yes.
how long did you guys date before he proposed to you or whatever in your marriage?
A very short time because we had really strong conversations, and that's what I would prefer to have with people. I would prefer versus me like just dating you for us to have really strong conversations for like a really, really long time. Get your full understanding of what you want and have a full understanding of what I want. We got married really, really fast, and I don't regret it at all. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably have to say 2 weeks. No, I don't even think it was 2 weeks. It wasn't even 2 weeks. It was less
I
than
thought
that.
you were gonna say 2 years.
Oh, no, no, no. It was less than that. I think it was like mm, when was it really? I think it was probably like I think it could have been probably 2 weeks. Yeah, I think it could have
That
probably
is
been two
pretty
weeks.
crazy, Jay.
Yeah, it I understand that. I understand that it can definitely be that way. I just feel like it was more so because of the full understanding of what I wanted. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was just like a really I feel like everything was just fully understood as far as how we were and how we're moving. Makes sense to me as far as how everything is going. I know it may seem really, really crazy to a lot of people, but yeah, it definitely has more ups than downs for sure. And I don't regret it at all.
Well, that's
Hmm.
good.
Yeah. So
Are you
Supreme, what
reading the
is your
chat?
question?
He said,
Yeah.
how do y'all feel about cum on the face? Don't get shy now.
Ooh. I don't really like to have cum on my face, but I feel like if my husband wanted to do that, I would allow him to. Just don't let it get
Yeah.
on my lashes. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't want. I don't want you
That's
doing on my
that's exactly
lashes.
what I was thinking. Yeah, like I don't
Yeah.
like I prefer my preference would be for it to be inside of me, but if he yeah, if he when he wants to do that, I'm totally fine with it. Why not? But I do get annoyed if it gets in my lashes as well, but it's not the end of the world. Just got to wash them. What was everybody
No,
else?
okay, maybe I got that confused. That was I don't want it to be confused, Coach Sherry. It wasn't 2 weeks after meeting because we had met a year prior. It was more so when we finally started like really deep conversation wise because we had been talking like the whole time, you know what I'm saying, but really leading into okay, I think I really want to do something, you know what I'm saying? So we had like deep conversations at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to get so confused where I just met this guy and 2 weeks later we got married. It wasn't like that at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew because I knew you guys met at work and everything like that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had we had been working together for a long time. Yeah. And so like, when you working with somebody for a long time, you see a lot of different sides of them and all type of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Hey, I'm in the background for the algorithm. I appreciate you, love. But yeah, that's how I feel when it comes to come on the face for sure. Me
Yeah,
tapping
Supreme,
out of
feel
the
free to ask
church
any questions
finger.
like that. I don't think that we're too shy to answer them. But yeah, I don't mind it, but it's just like I don't know. I feel like it goes to waste if it's not inside me.
I feel you on that. I really, really do. Danielle
Or in
is
my
so
mouth is
funny.
fine too.
Me tipping out with the church finger up because of that question, sir. That is so funny. And leave it on for at least 5 minutes. It's a great facial. Oh, tease. You see, tease, tease. Child. Child, tease. We have to find a way to get this girl on here next week because hello.
Yes, I'm down for that if we have to get
Yeah.
the StreamYard or
T
whatever.
said, do it, Miss Supreme. It's a great facial. You'll see in the morning. Tease, 5 minutes is a while. IDK if I'll be down for a full 5. Is it still a good facial if they have an STD? Hey, Faith! Oh my God. Nah, the facial tinted, if that's the case. Oh, snap. We don't take a turn in these comments, child. Supreme, have you considered these things? Oh, Faith is taking you to counseling, Supreme. STD would be getting none, or STD would be getting none. Took me a minute to catch up, right? Hell no. I know, Lorianne. Okay, hello. Homie. Child. Oh, what's up,
Hey,
Janae?
Crystal.
Yeah. Hey, Crystal. What's going on, y'all? Okay, so my question for you is if you had to advertise Coca Cola for a sex campaign, how would you do it?
For a sex campaign? Like what is that? Give me a little more. Like what do you mean a
So
sex
if
campaign?
Coca Cola, like the brand Coca Cola, said that they wanted you to partner with a porn site and you had to advertise their Coca Cola products, like their soda, how would you do it?
That's a good question. Mm, I don't know honestly like like visualizing some maybe I'm thinking like what kind of commercial could this does a commercial have to be safe for like TV viewers? Like
No, I think it'll be more so like something where they would show like other places where it's allowed.
I
Mr.
think yeah,
Cream
like
said,
pouring
"Ooh,
it
pour it
on
on me,
me.
baby."
Or maybe and then maybe at the end is a scene of me like in a big like tub of it like with,
Yeah, I can see
somebody in
that.
there and we're about to
Mhm.
fuck basically. I don't know. That's so funny.
Yeah. I feel like I can see it being something where you probably wake up in the morning and you drink Coca-Cola and it's like intensifies you.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
you know what I'm
one.
saying? Yeah. And it makes you like go through this whole different thing, probably walk through a place where like it's showering Coca-Cola and like all type of different
Like
things.
it gives you
Maybe
energy to like have sex
yeah,
and like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It will be like Coca-Cola and the back in the day when they had the commercial with the rabbit when you put the energy bunny where they'd be like it can go for hours and the rabbit will just be like bopping all over the place. You seen that commercial?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it will be like a mixture of the two, Coca-Cola and the energy rabbit. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My next question for you is kind of on a little bit related is what's your favorite sex toy?
My favorite sex toy? I would have to
Mhm.
say the vibrator, the small one, the one that just hits the click, like this one here.
Like is that
This
like a
one?
bullet or
Yeah, it's
something?
a
Yeah.
bullet. Uh-huh. Yeah, the
Okay.
bullet. The one that just hits the click because that's what I like. I don't really like you to do too much other than that when it's a toy. I just want you to get right to the point. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Yeah, the Energizer bunny. Mm-hmm. That's right. Okay. But what about you?
I like the rabbit, the one I showed you last week,
Oh
the pink one.
yeah,
But like
girl.
but same, like most important is for the clit, honestly. Like
Mm-hmm.
but the other part is nice, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Nah, she had that toy on deck. Same here. Tease is a mess. Yes. So my question for you is, what turns you off?
Oh. Hmm. I'm thinking like should I say like physical attributes or like vibes that turn me off?
Just like anything that would be your number one on the list.
Um, I gotta think about this one. You can go first if you want.
Yes.
I'm th-
Congratulations, Crystal. Crystal hit 1,000 subscribers today, y'all. And that is so
Yay! Oh my
dope.
god.
Yeah. Crystal need to go and get her a YN. You know what I'm saying? Say that messed up. Hmm. But for me, I think what turns me off the most is probably someone that just does too much. You know what I'm saying? With every little thing. Like someone that's just extra for no freaking reason. You know what I'm saying? Or something that turns me off. Okay, no, no, no. This is what turns me off the most. Someone that turns me off the most is someone that talks about every single thing. Like I have no secrets when I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you like to tell everybody your business because you like that much of attention. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? I hate stuff like that.
So
I
you
really do.
like someone that's more like cool and
Quiet and we're
collected.
just to ourselves. Yeah, we're just to
Yeah.
ourselves. The whole world don't need to know what goes on in our bedroom. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
would say yeah, yeah. For me now I'm thinking I would probably say like immaturity, like someone who
that
acts
kind
like
of
a little
plays a
boy.
role. Yeah, that kind
Like
of plays a heavy role in it as well. Mm-hmm.
that yeah, something like that or maybe like
Oh, yeah.
I
Damo's
also
right.
don't
Weird smells. Yeah, for
I
sure
read
does.
that
Yeah.
before. I know I didn't know if I should go superficial with like physical things that I don't like or like the energy that they're giving. I
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I think men who are like um threatened by like independent women, I guess. I'm probably gonna get some negative comments in the chat, but I don't know, just people who can't like I guess see where I'm coming from and see, you know, different ways of being. But mostly I'd say immaturity is has to be number one. And then physically, obviously, we could probably come up with tons of
Yeah.
turn-ons.
Okay.
Bad smells
So
definitely up there, guys.
definitely. Coach Sherry was saying, I've been married for 30 years and I can't remember what turns me off because I've been turned on by one person for so long. I love that. I love that
Yeah.
so bad.
I had a
Yeah.
hard time thinking of it too, because it's nothing right now that's happening that's,
Yes, that's amazing. I love that so much. Yeah,
mhm.
that sounds so wonderful to not have anything that turns you off at all. That's amazing. Okay. So, the last question that I have for you here is what celebrity do you think fucks the best?
Mm. I don't know. These celebrity questions are hard for me. Like, maybe like an athlete, unless they're too tired because they're playing sports all the time. I don't
I feel
know,
like
Jay.
I feel like it would be someone that probably makes music about sex. Like
Mhm.
dang, what's his name? This one Jamaican artist. I forgot his name out of nowhere. His name is something. I forgot, but he's child. All his music is all about sex. Like if you know who I'm talking about, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's right. That's most definitely right." But yeah, let me see. You can read some of the comments while I'm looking real quick. Let me try to
Okay.
find the photographs.
Damo said being extra, a chick taking a breath on each stroke sounding like a porn star, lol. A 70s porn star. Oh my god. And Faith said Omari Hardwick from Power.
Oh,
Okay.
really? You know who I was thinking? I was thinking, I don't know why, but for some reason, well, I'm not gonna say I don't know why. I do know why, but I think Chris Brown will have like great sex in the bed with my ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? I like that he can dance really good, and I like that he's really sexual. All of that, yeah. It's probably a lot of pressure for singers that sing sexual songs to perform really well in the bed because that's what's expected. I believe that.
You know what I was thinking of Trey Songz because his stupid I invented sex
Oh,
song. Like if
but
I ever
Trey
met him
Songz,
and
I
if I
don't
ever
know,
met him and
child.
hooked up with him, like it better be like, the best that I've ever experienced with your cockiness.
Child, I don't know. Trey Songz, he just comes off so like aggressive to me. Like when you actually see certain things about him, he comes off so aggressive, it just don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things in the press about him that I just am like, I don't know. You seem like the type of person you're gonna have sex with them and you're gonna wake up in the morning, this person gonna be dead. Like, what is going on here? Let me see. I thought one of y'all was going to say R. Kelly. R. Kelly. R. Kelly, I'm
Why?
sorry. I don't think so. R. Kelly gives me Shannon Sharp
Pedophile?
vibes. You know what I'm saying? He gives me the type of person that's gonna lay there or probably gonna be like, come on, baby, come on, baby. You know, like one of them. Yeah, no. Nah. Hell no, actually.
Yeah, no.
I'll have to say that. Yeah, hell no. I feel like Tupac did. May he rest in peace. Ooh, I feel like Tupac could have done something. I feel like Tupac could have done something. But to be honest, I don't know. I feel like Tupac, he gives me vibes of like he's just good at like doing the back shots. But that's kind of it. I don't feel like I can't see Tupac like really grinding and pushing in. I
I
don't
don't
really
know,
see it like
like, I'm just not a Tupac fan, honestly, like, I was
what
obsessed.
girl? Tupac was
I'm
the
sorry, I'm from New York,
shit.
and I was obsessed with Biggie growing up, so I was East
Oh,
Coast.
nah, I understand then if you're saying it like that. Let me see. Fave Tupac was iconic. I literally listen to his music still to this day, but he was 5'9" and 145 pounds. I think people forgot how small he was. He was really small. Some people that are small have big packages. You better watch out. Because yeah, you know what I'm saying? R. Kelly seemed like the type that would need all type of toys involved. Yes, he does give that type of vibe. It will be like you're not having sex with him, you're having sex with his desires of what he wants to see. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. You can keep that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
know,
don't
R.
think so.
Kelly's weird to me.
Yeah. Did you have another question or do you want to move on
Oh,
to
yeah, I had one more. Wait,
okay.
oh, yes. Have you ever used a dating app just to hook up with someone, basically?
No, not to hook up with someone.
That's good.
Yeah. Have you? Diddy?
Yes.
Child, please. Diddy?
I was waiting for someone to
For
say Diddy
someone
as
to
soon.
say Diddy? Child, please. You see where Diddy at right now. We all know what happened in Diddy's bedroom. Okay? Everybody in the world know what happened in Diddy's bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, child, please. You talking about Diddy? Diddy is gonna be sitting in the corner watching you get screwed by someone he paid for. Please. I'm sorry. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Someone that he paid for. And then
Right.
he's gonna want them to do something to you so he can watch you run and scream because that also turns him on from what seems like it happened. Child, please. Yeah.
He said I'm
Okay.
gonna have to go to Jamaica. Yeah, I feel like Caribbean men, specifically Haitian men, is where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
Personally.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was saying that one man. I just forgot his name. Oh, is it? No. Is it? Is it him? No, it's not.
If you
I
think of
forgot
it, let
his
me
name.
know so I could look him up. Because I'm
Yes,
curious who you're talking
girl.
about.
Girl. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and move into some would you rather
Mm-hmm.
questions. Yeah.
You want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
So, would you rather never use a dildo again or use a vibrator again?
Definitely a dildo because like I need the vibe. Even if it's a dildo, I want it to be a vibrating
A
dildo. So
vibrating dildo.
definitely the dildo
Yeah.
I could pass on versus the vibrator.
Yeah. I feel you on that. Diddy can pass that oil over here. It's all he can do. Yeah, pass that oil over here is all he can do. Yeah, that's crazy as hell. I don't even understand it. Okay.
The next question is, would you rather have the best sex of your life once or mediocre sex every day? That question's so annoying.
That's really annoying and that's really freaking irritating because mediocre sex gives me like a white boy that's never had sex before and you're laying there and he's like nutting off of just 3 seconds. You know, like
Is
how
that
it is
medio
in the
that's like
movies?
I feel like mediocre is like medium, right? That's like real bad what you're
Yeah,
describing.
no, that's like a joke. Where it's like you're laying there and the guy rolls off on top of you and he's like breathing all heavy because he just, had came and you're like, did it even start? That's mediocre. You know what I'm saying? You're looking like what just happened and he's already finished and he's like, oh my God, did you enjoy it? And you're looking like, what the fuck is really going on here? You know what I'm saying? One of them. Yeah, no. Yeah, nah. Tease is hilarious. I ain't gonna hold you, shorty. You are funny, okay? Yes, Jodeci. Faith, or not Faith, but Fee is like on Jodeci. Her knees, Supreme. His height and weight was perfect. His height and weight was pretty decent. I ain't gonna hold you, but we need to know what he packing like so we can really answer the question.
I don't
Faith,
know.
I
He
can't
said
argue against once you
145. What was the
personally.
weight?
Yeah, 145, I believe it was.
That's too low for me, honestly.
I
Like
feel you.
that's low.
But
I weigh more than
sometimes
that.
like some skinny guys, child.
No, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. But so which one are you picking? Are you picking the best sex or the mediocre sex?
If the definition of mediocre is what you said, then I'd pick the best. But for me, I was thinking mediocre was like in the middle. Like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's like, I don't know. But if it's
No, it
like what
would
you're
be,
saying, definitely I'd pick the best once. But like, what the
yeah, I
hell?
would have
That
to
sucks
pick
too
the
to just
best
have it
too.
once. I don't know.
Yeah, I would have to say the best too, honestly. But it does suck to have the best sex that one time. That would kind of be like somebody that is chasing a high and never ends up getting that high again. They're just wasting your
Right,
money at this
exactly.
point. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So Supreme said, Faith, I can't argue against what you like personally, nigga. Life is potentially too long for mediocre. Yeah, way too long, child. What? You're gonna literally be imagining something that happened years ago. That really sucks. And you're gonna compare each person that you deal with this person that you will never be able to compete with. They would never be able to compete with. Yeah.
Right.
That's all what's going on now for real. Child. And then he says, that's never happened to me before after 3 seconds. Big, small, lean, mean. Never mind.
What does
Child.
it mean? I want to know.
Mm-mm-mm. Demo for real. I'm telling Jodeci's first album was the start for many pregnancies. I believe it. I believe it. First album, yeah. My type of trouble tonight. Child. Okay. Coach Sherry, let me find out. Let me find out because what? Oh, Jay Essentials in the building. Hey, sis and guest. How you doing, love? Okay, so my question for you is, would you rather have sex in your childhood bedroom or your childhood basement?
Bedroom, like why basement? Bedroom, I guess.
I guess
What
some
about you?
people would want to keep their bedroom the same or whatever, but I feel
Actually,
like people grow up in their bedroom. You know what I'm saying? So,
I was gonna say
shoot.
actually in my basement where I lived at with my parents, they had a pool table in the basement, so maybe I could have sex on that, I guess. But
I mean, the basement would be really big, wouldn't it? And you'll have a lot more space to run around. And you won't
hmm
have to worry about like anyone hearing you because it's down
yeah,
there. This is you probably being right next door to whoever it is. Especially if it's your childhood one, it's probably
right.
right next to your parents' bedroom or something.
Is
So
this
yeah.
like when we're a kid or like now we're going back to stay in the like I'm not sure how that question means it. If it means it
Oh,
as a kid,
Sherry.
if it means it like when we were a kid, I would definitely pick the basement. But
hmm
nowadays, I'd rather just bring my partner to my parents' house and fuck in the bedroom,
I
honestly.
don't, I don't, I don't blame you, girl. I really, really don't. Coach Sherry said we have a finished basement growing up, so that child. Coach Sherry and Tease, I'm a have to like we gonna have to bring y'all up here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But some basements are transformed bedrooms. Yeah, they are. Homie in the chat ignoring people. Bedroom all day, lol. Basement is scary. I don't think I could get into the mood. I mean, if you're with the person down there,
I would
honestly, I feel like
for some
fear kind of turns people
for
on in a
some reason
way.
I've definitely done it in a lot of basements.
Yeah. Let me
You know
see.
what's crazy?
So
They don't have basements in Florida where I live now because of
they don't
flooding.
really have basements in Florida, don't they? Is it
No.
because of like the flood or something?
Yeah, yep. There
Yeah,
I
I
think it's
think
like
that would be
illegal
the
or
reason
something.
why.
But in New York
hmm
everybody had a basement where
Yeah,
I
in
that's where I
Georgia,
grew up.
most like almost every house has a basement.
Mhm.
Almost every house has a
In
basement.
Atlanta they do?
Most
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. Most definitely. So Faith was saying, Coach Sherry, that's that album in 90s R&B had us all doing stuff we wasn't supposed to be doing. Child, Miss Supreme, I'll get you in the mood. I know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, left my ass off, homie. Don't start with me, child. Okay, girl.
Okay. The next question is would you rather lick ice cream off somebody's body or whipped cream?
I'll say whipped cream because it's lighter and fluffier versus ice cream, which are probably gonna stick to you. But I mean, if it sticks to you, then I'll be licking down there for a little bit. So it
I
will
feel
kind
like
of
the
be
whipped
the
cream would be
purpose of that.
easier.
The whipped cream would be easier because it's fluffy and all of that. But the ice cream is cold. You know, I think we talked about this before where I told you that this guy was saying that when he went to Jamaica, he found that someone had gave him head with ice in their mouth and it really turned him on.
Mhm.
It would probably have the same type of vibes when it comes to ice cream because it would be really, really cold and it would melt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
don't think either way, I think I choose whipped cream, child. I ain't gonna really care too much for no ice cream for real.
Same.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me see what's going on here. It was the best time music, faith, unscripted. Those were the days. Music today can't compare. That's facts. Michigan had all basements. I believe that too. I feel like anywhere like in the center, in the middle, definitely had basements for real. I was living in the house, authority, no basement. Oh snap. Okay. I feel that though. That sucks that they didn't have any basement, child. Ice cream is too cold. I feel that ice cream is too cold. Yeah, yeah, whipped cream, smoothness. It doesn't matter. Teas is a mess, child. Y'all better watch out for teas, honey. I ain't gonna hold you. Okay, so would you rather taste a blueberry flavored condom or a banana flavored condom?
My initial thought is banana because I like bananas better than blueberries, but I don't have a strong opinion on it. Honestly, like what so it, like are people really out here like doing oral sex with condoms on? Like I need to know this cuz I've never done it before.
For oral sex?
Mm.
I feel like, I mean, I feel like a lot of people use condoms, but
Oh yeah?
I think that has, I think we're saying that because we're older and we're with like our one person, you know what I'm saying? But I feel
Mhm.
like people that, are still dating and stuff like that, they use condoms because they ain't sure they gonna be with this person. So
Okay,
yeah.
men in the chat, are you using a condom if a girl gives you head ever? Cuz I never seen it before in person, but I guess, I don't know.
But hold on, wait. You're saying if this person is going to give you head while the condom is on them?
Yeah, isn't that what is what would you rather taste? A blueberry flavored condom or a banana?
I mean, I kind of thought that was more so like they was fucking you and then they took the
Oh.
condom off and you was sucking on it, so you're
Oh, okay.
tasting banana or
Okay.
blueberry.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't whatever.
But there's times where some girls would be the ones who put the condom on and do it with their mouth to be all fancy and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they would taste it.
I feel
But
like they wouldn't like it because it's like a barrier in the way of
yeah,
what I
because
need
it
to be
is.
doing to it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But if I was to choose, I would pick banana. I would.
Same. Same.
Yeah. Mhm. And it seems like, let me see. Someone said T said blueberry, but let me see what's going on here. So, Coach is in the chat. Coach, is she talking about Coach Sherry or is she talking about Coach? Okay, I think she was saying Coach Sherry.
Mhm. I know I
Okay.
was looking for coach
Yo,
too.
what's the word? Hey, Raymond. Is it Raymond or Ramon? I think it's Ramon, actually. Hey, Ramon. Oh, so Jay Essential says banana. Okay, period. Miss Kinky and Miss Kiss Wagwan. Hey, what's going on, Dice? How are you, love? Yes, they are. Okay. Mm-hmm. Never pass, never ever. Child, I'll pass the nerve, or I'll pass the nerve. I think that's what he said. He will thank you later. Okay. I like to see what? Huh? I like to see blood work, paperwork. What are you talking about? Tease. Tease. You
Oh,
good.
she wants to see their STD like testing to make sure it's
Oh,
good to go, which
oh,
I
oh,
love
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
honestly, and
Yeah.
honestly, like I that's something that I kind of realized with certain people that I was with that they were doing, testing and making sure of that kind of thing as I got older, which is awesome because as a kid, I never did that. Like I never asked somebody how they got tested, which is thank God I never got anything serious, because that's super scary. So it's
Yeah.
really good if people are practicing that, asking every
Yeah.
partner,
Oh,
"Have you been
most
tested?"
definitely, girl. Yeah. I feel like being younger, it's so crazy how that happened because me growing up, it was very common for if you was like to have sex with someone that you would be using a condom. But nowadays, from what the younger generation goes by, if you pull out a condom, it's offensive to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, have y'all lost your mind? Are y'all out of your mind? And where are you learning this behavior from? Like, what?
Yeah.
So, D said, if she ain't serious, one night stand. Mr.
I
Prince
think
said blueberry.
it's definitely a good idea to use one for a one night stand because you
Oh
you don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
But
Oh
if it's
yeah.
someone that you're
hmm
casually dating, I think it's a great idea to discuss getting tested. And you know what's
Yeah.
so crazy? I didn't even like the prevalence of that honestly was when I moved to the Miami area and a lot of people are sex workers down here and that's where I really saw it being so prevalent of people being asking me if I had, and that's I was like, "Oh my god, why didn't I do this before?" Like cuz it's way safer to be regularly tested. Nowadays, I
Mhm.
don't because I'm in a monogamous relationship, but
Mhm. Yeah, no, I feel that for sure. Okay. So Mr. Cream said blueberry. I don't like flaky or I don't like fake bananas, but no condom for me. Of course, no condom for you, girl. You married and happily, kids, all of that. Yeah. Raymond, what up? Miss Supreme, Team Blueberry, period. Yeah. But I'm with my hubby, so it's different. Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yo, Supreme, what up, fam? What teas? Blue waffle? What? Child, what? The need to ask straight up first. Yeah. Wow is for real. You know what I'm saying, Coach Sherry? Yeah. Yes, it's what hubby said. One night, two night, three night stand, use protection. Yeah. Baby, go get y'all a microphone back massager. Go get y'all a microphone back massager. I need a back massager, child. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely need to get that. Need to see that blood work for real, for real. Okay. So,
Do you want to do a couple more questions or do you want to get into the story?
let's get into the story and then we'll
Okay.
save the rest for later. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so tonight's story that we have from Reddit on the Am I the Asshole thread, the headline is Am I the asshole if I'm upset that my husband mentioned getting a paternity test? So here's the story. My husband just mentioned that he wants to get a paternity test for our 3-week-old baby girl. His reasoning is that our daughter has darker hair than him. He has brown hair and I have white blonde hair. I'm a little confused as she hardly has any hair, and this just feels like he's accusing me of infidelity. I actually thought he was joking initially. The conversation went as follows. He said, Her hair is really dark. So I said, Yeah, it is, even though it isn't darker than his. He then mentioned getting the test. It was completely out of the blue. I initially said that he should go for it as I wasn't thinking. But now I've had some time to reflect. I'm really not happy about it. If he wants to get the test, fine by me, but it just feels like he doesn't trust me. Am I overthinking this? He has no reason to think like this. He even went as far as to say, if she wasn't mine biologically, she'd still be my girl. That statement just pissed me off, and I've said nothing to him since. So, am I an asshole?
Child.
I think first of all, if I was in a long term thing with somebody and my husband, we had the baby, and he was like, "I want a paternity test," I would be offended for sure. I would do it just to prove it,
I would definitely do
But
it if
like,
you
I would be super upset
Yeah,
if
I
he.
would be upset too because you don't know all my ancestors, just like I don't know all of yours. You know what I'm saying? There's certain features that come from different people that you have never met in your life, and I probably haven't even met, that can come through the bloodline. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I honestly do feel like, to be real, especially with this generation coming up the way they are, I think that if you have a baby in the hospital, you should do a DNA test, regardless if you're married, if
In
you've been
case they,
together
like, switch the
forever,
baby or something?
just any reason at all. You know what I'm saying? Like any reason at all. So there's no problems in the future, because so many people, especially men, have to pay for all of these child supports and later on find out that that baby ain't even for them. Just, all
Yeah,
type of different reasons. You
I
know what I'm saying?
agree with that, especially in a case
Mm-hmm.
of it being in the courts or if the parents aren't together. If I was the man, I would definitely ask for that. But, like, if I was married, why would you start suspecting that off the bat? I don't know, but I was reading some comments, like, under it, and some people were saying things like, they had a similar situation and they thought like the hospital like switched their baby like with another baby or something, so they were like, it's fine to
Mm-hmm.
do. And I also think like this person should agree to it, because why not? But I get being upset. Like, I would definitely be like, why are you even saying that? But
Yeah, no, I feel you for sure. And I completely understand. I don't think that anyone should be upset about it. But I do think that it needs to be a serious conversation had. I do think that if somebody was to ever ask, it should just be done just so it can be done. I don't feel like it should be an argument for being like, why? Da, 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 because that will make me feel like there's probably something up if you getting
right,
this mad. You know what I'm saying? If you're
right.
getting this mad over me asking you instead of you just simply doing it, then it's gonna make me think something. You know what I'm saying? So Miss Supreme was saying our baby is blonde hair and blue eyes, and we both have brown hair and blue eyes. Supreme never questioned me. Mhm.
It's I feel like it's harder for mixed race couples too, like because
Mhm.
it could be literally all over the place. I've seen mixed race couples with a super pale baby, a super darker skinned baby, and I'm sure that comes up in conversation a lot for
Oh,
them.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure for sure, yeah. Let me see. Why that Supreme View Reloaded? Oh, okay, they asked about the name. Where is the distress coming from? Oh, distrust coming from. I know, right? I don't child, I feel like it could be anything. It could be anything. It could be thoughts. It can be you probably did something you wasn't supposed to, so now you're thinking that karma is about to come and get you with the person that you're with or something like that. So why get the test if she's going to be yours regardless? I think that you should get the test just because, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody asks, even if that person was still gonna be with you, I feel like you should do it anyway, just so you'll be able to know. And if they asking, if it was me and I knew for sure like this is your child, I ain't got no problem doing it, but it is gonna make me question you as far as why you asked me. You know what I'm saying? It is gonna put like some type of like weight
It's
into
gonna
how
make
I
a little
feel.
rift in a relationship,
Yeah,
but I
most
do it.
definitely. Yeah, I
T
would do it
said,
too.
T said my first child was switched. Can you elaborate on that? Like in the hospital?
Oh my God, what do you mean your first child was switched? That is so crazy. And while you're typing that, let me read her other comment. She says, so, oh, I already read that one. So Miss Supreme said, we made plenty of jokes. Don't get me wrong, but if he was to ask, I would be, I would do it pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, I would do it obviously to prove that I'm not in the wrong, but it's like, why are you accusing me of that? So I
Mhm.
get both sides, honestly.
Wow. So T said that I gave birth to a girl and was given a boy after receiving.
So
What in the
you
world?
like realize right away like whose baby is this that you're getting? That's so scary.
That is scary. Like you had a baby girl and they came back and brought you a baby boy. So where is this baby girl? You don't even know what this baby look like. And you're over here, like this baby could be out of the hospital. Like what is really going
I
on?
know.
That
That's
is
terrible.
absolutely insane. That's
Can you
crazy.
like
I ain't
sue the
gonna hold you.
hospital for that? Maybe you could
You
get some
should
money.
sue the hospital. You know, there was a situation that happened. I forgot what state it was in, but it was probably just a few years ago, but it went all over. This hospital ended up helping this lady to give birth in the hospital, whatever. And the baby ended up dying because the doctor was pulling the baby out and the doctor pulled the baby's head off.
I saw that. Yes,
Oh,
I
you
saw
saw
that.
that? Yeah. And so they took the baby and they like propped the head up, wrapped it in the blanket because the lady was like, she wants to see her baby. She wants to see her baby. So they propped the baby's head up in the blanket to make it look like the baby's head was connected. And child, Atlanta, that happened in Atlanta? It probably did. I don't even know. But child, that is so insane. People got to be careful, child.
Yeah, that was a horrible like this is a whole other segue
Mm-mm.
conversation, but like I think one thing that's weird is like why are we giving birth like in the hospital laying on our back? Like why not let
Yeah.
gravity help the baby? Like if I ever give birth vaginally, like I want to be either in like a tub or on off like why are we laying on our back
Yeah.
pulling a bit like this doesn't make sense. That's not how an animal does it. That's
Because
not
you're
how we should do it.
exactly, yeah. You're actually supposed to really be squatting, you know what I'm saying, or bending or something like that. That's how you're actually supposed to do it. Doing it on your back is gonna give you more like a risk of like your
Right.
life staying there. You know what I'm saying? Like but child, these people, I honestly feel like the hospital does almost anything to be able to get more money. And that's why they always ask you like if you want a C-section because it's gonna cost more money and they're gonna get more money out of your insurance company. People gotta be careful
Yeah.
with these people because they be trying to find any way to make a coin. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Supreme did a video on it. I'm gonna have to check it out. Okay, y'all. Let me see what she said. They had me in all kind of position. I had an amazing midwife. Oh, that's good. That's really, really good. Okay, you guys. So we are going to play Supreme's favorite game ever. Guess the inches. So all my people in the chat, this game is going to consist of me showing you an item, and I want you to guess how long you think, how many inches you think this item is. Let me read this comment by Tease real quick. The mother was screaming, and I was changing the diaper at the time and noticed it was a boy. So I was walking down the hallway to find the mother, which was Hispanic. Are they out of their mind? Hey Mary, how you doing, love? Your interview was amazing. I'm so happy for you, and congratulations on your 1,000 subscribers. Yes, Supreme
Congrats,
said
Mary.
bye.
And Tease, where are you located if you don't mind sharing? That's horrible that that happened to you.
Yeah, I would. That would be so traumatizing in a way. Like, are you serious right now? Yeah, nah. They got you so messed up. But that happens a lot and it's so sad. People steal babies and all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, mm-mm-mm. It's really, really sad. You know how you got to carry your baby for 9 months. You go through all of this stress, all of this pain over your baby just for your baby to end up not making it here, for your baby to be stolen, or for your baby to be switched. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. I'm glad both of your babies were okay in the end. Yeah. Mhm.
That's what's most important. I would be like, I'd sue.
I would
Like,
what? I would sue the heck out of them. They wouldn't have anything left dealing with me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I am going to show you guys the first item and I want y'all to guess the inches. As soon as you see it, I'm going to show you for about 3 seconds. Oklahoma, California. Oh my
Oakland.
God.
Okay.
Oakland, California. I said Oklahoma. Oakland, California. Oh yeah. I forgot she was saying that the other
Nice.
day that she was in California. Mm-hmm.
I love
All right.
California.
So I want y'all to tell me how long you think this is in inches, okay? So item number one. This is item number one. Just to help you, this is my
I'm
hand
gonna
tool.
guess like 8. I don't know the answer, by the way, guys.
Put your answer in the chat. How many inches do you think this is? But you said 8. I think 8 is a really good answer to say when it comes to it for sure. Mm-hmm. I was 17 at the time. Dang, oh my God, girl, I'm so sorry. So Jay Essential said 13 inches. Anyone else have a chance to guess? Miss Supreme said 10. Let me show y'all again. So guess the inches. Guess how long you think this is.
I'm thinking could be 9 now that I saw your hand next to it. But I'm
Yeah.
going 8 or 9.
Okay. We only have 2 guesses. Girl, I
She
can't
said
see.
she
Oh, you
can't
can't
see.
see. Okay. Can you see it better
Hey,
now?
Queen.
Hey, Queen. Oh, she said, Queen said 12. All right. So guess how long y'all think this is, you guys? How long do you think this is? I'm going to say this time as Supreme Reloaded LOL. Are you able to see it now, Tease? You got a good look? You got a good look at it? How long do you think this is?
I'm sorry, can I just show you this headline that just popped up on my computer? What the hell?
Yeah.
Can you see that? Maybe not. It says 5 people survived 2 days perched on plane in alligator filled swamp. What?
What?
I need to read this article. Sorry. What?
Oh my God. That's
What the
absolutely
hell?
insane. You
That's
got that from Diddy's house? Oh, child.
So 5 people survived perching on on a
Oh,
crashed plane for 36 hours in the middle of an alligator swamp in the Amazon.
that is
On their small
insane.
plane that crashed, they survived. Okay. Interesting.
So is that all the guesses that we got? We have 13, 10, 12. Okay. Nobody else wants to take a guess at how long they think this is?
No, it wasn't the Everglades. It was in the Amazon, like I guess the Amazon rainforest, I think. Oh, in Bolivia, yes. Okay.
Okay. So I am going to give you the answer. The answer is 10. So did somebody say
Wow.
10? Miss Supreme, you got some good eyes, girl. Do you guys want to know what this is?
Is that a sex toy? I knew it.
If you know, you know. Okay. So, item number two. Item number two. Here we go, you guys. Guess the inches. How long do you think this is?
Can you put your hand next to it again? Okay, now I'm gonna say 7. I was off on the last one.
How long do you think this is? Hey, Dina, how are you?
You know what's
So
crazy?
Jay
There were
Essential said 8. What are we guessing? So I want you to guess, how many inches do you think this is? How many inches long do you think this is? A flashlight? Let me see. Maybe if I did put a flashlight probably on it, it would work better.
saying fleshlight, like the last was a toy, a fleshlight. Pretty sure.
Oh, it was a pocket pussy.
Yeah, that's the same thing as a flashlight, I
Oh, it
think.
is?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I didn't know
Mhm.
what that was.
But
Yeah.
no, the flashlight
Hmm.
did help because it kind of blends in with your hoodie.
Oh, it does, huh? Okay. How long do you think this is?
Yeah, I gotta say 7 or 8. That's my guess.
Let me see what they're saying. So J Essential said 8. Queen's Alchemy says 7.5. Miss Supreme said 8. T said 10. Let me see. Dina said 8. Is it Dina or Dinah? Because I don't want to be saying it wrong. Yes, my chat might be hidden. All right, so the answer is 8. So if you said 8, damn, Miss Supreme, what the
You got
hell?
both of them right.
She got both of them right. Dang, girl, you got some good guessing skills, child. Yeah. Do y'all know what this is?
Is that like a butt plug? What is that?
Yeah, it is. It's a
Okay.
butt plug to
You
plug your
use
butt.
all that?
That is so. No, actually, I have not. I have not. I have not used any of the toys I've showed you. I have not.
Okay.
I've used this one because I like the bullet, but that's all I
Yeah.
like. Mm-hmm.
That's all you
Yeah.
need, that little one right there.
That's I'm telling you, girl. I'm telling you, okay? You know what I'm saying? That's literally all that you need,
And
child.
if you use it
Nothing
while you're
else.
having sex, that's a bonus too.
Yeah. Yes, you guys, but thank you so much for spending your time with us tonight. We had a really good time, and I hope that you guys enjoyed your time too. We are going to be going live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Me and my girl here, Lunar Dream. Girlie, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Just thank you guys so much for being here. As always, we love being here with you guys and reading the chat. You guys have been amazing tonight. Like, I love hearing your
Mm-hmm.
opinions on everything. So, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next weekend.
Yes. Later, y'all.
Bye, guys.